They're fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, here's Blount. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Shotgun. Hey, over here, over here.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man Hilton. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Blount. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brooks Reed with a tackle. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll run again with Blount. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun. All right, move 15. Gotta go. Let's go, 14. Come on, man.
Now it's Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang. But it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
All right, now, look at 56.
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And this is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdog, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, Wilson. Looking deep for Hilton. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On second down, here's Jackson. Going deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he can take his first step. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds his target, Fuller. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Leopard! Detroit!
3rd and goal, Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. That is man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
On the toss, this is blocked. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On first down, Murray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go back to Murray on first down. Murray fighting, lost the football. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw on 3rd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Making a 50-yard field goal. Well, Lambo, you keep this. Let's see.
Zebra. 14, run it. Move the team. Hey, over here.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Byron Maxwell, the corner, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Hey, tempo. Gotta go.
Now a carry for Blunt. Muscles him on. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I can't see the arrow.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
I can't even see the arrow.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's going to let this one go deep. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
He caught that bull crap.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the
first NFL touchdown pass for the former Heisman winner Lamar Jackson, as they have taken the lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
14. Let's go. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
This is Coleman, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Kwiatkowski. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after this.
380. Shotgun.
Now Wilson on second down.
Oh,
He rifles one that's intercepted.
God,
Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Coleman now. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Lamar Jackson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 17-3. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it. but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run it here with Blount. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
14, I think. Yeah. I think you can. I thought you could. Oh, okay.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
What? Oh, man, come on. Wow.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he's into the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
Come on. Freaking
Great skills back there.
Oh, my God.
Anticipation, great hands. And of course,
crap.
about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house.
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Oh, come on.
Trying to defend the out.
You know what's difficult about that?
Now they want to call
sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Here's Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back now here on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! All right, now look at 56.
From the gun, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. Single. Still got it, 4 down. Still got it, 4 down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brooks Reed
Sucks.
in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Colts on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Wilson going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Right, green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tempo, tempo. Right, green 80.
Wilson. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start the drive with Lynch, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Flashed the nice move, but only able to get to the 10 with it. Devin McCourty brings him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie. And, you know, sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Frank Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. Late stages, and the Titans now out in front. A win would be their second on the young season. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
There's Wilson to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And the catch made by Hilton. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now maybe they want some extra as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Colts on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
19.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the shotgun, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, hey. Hey, easy. Check 51. Check 51.
One last shot for Wilson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the
That's some
touchdown they
bull
needed.
crap.
But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last.